Hello Cobrats and welcome to Eggmanland Level 2 Robot Factory here in Sonic Unleashed for the Wii and PlayStation 2. I'm TryclydeTamer and I already feel a little bit of mucus in my mouth, so if there's going to be a little edit I might have to do a little bit of Hawking. Not Stephen Hawking, just a little bit of Tony Hawking. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Focus on taking out the Fright Master there because we gotta be careful of all these enemies. They're upgrading to the red Frights. Oh man, I'm pretty sure that's what he did back in Adabat, even though I'm actually remembering that it was just the normal blue ones. Because we didn't really see the red ones. Actually, we did see the red ones in Shamar when we saw the red little Rexes. Contradicting myself about everything. But yeah, we are in the Robot Factory, and look how big these egg fighters are. I don't know if they're supposed to be like some kind of mutant egg fighters or just extra large prototypes or something. Never really called them by name during the LP, so I don't know why. Grab some Red Force, although we're full up on our upgrades, but it still counts towards upgrades. Yep, that's how it works. Wait, no, I said it counts towards upgrades, yes, but I'm full up on upgrades and it needs it for S ranks. It as in Sonic the Werehog. Just be careful of the fire because we get electrified. Electric and fire. Valor and instinct. Come on, man. Even though it was instinct first because of electricity. Enough with the technicalities. Let's see if I can start throwing you guys before it becomes a problem. These fire masters are always a pain in my side, a thorn in my rose, because every rose has its thorns. Guns and Roses has told me before. Okay, I was trying to do the stuff, and you can destroy the stuff as it's happening. I want to visify you if you weren't going to come back into fiery mode. I don't know why I didn't just toss the stuff at you. There we go, that's how we get you back in place. Just kind of stay in this area because it'll have area of effect damage when you use the water. See, I want to slam you, I want to try to disify you before you start using flame charge to fire yourself back up and increase your speed by a couple stages. This fight isn't really going too well. It's always the smaller enemies I have more trouble with because of smaller targets, they move more quickly, and they're just overall more annoying. So yeah, when we're done with the fight, we could have done this the whole time, but it's a lot easier when there aren't any enemies around. Just douse the fire there. Okay, it's just some blue force over here. I kind of knew that because I did practice right before recording. It's 10:38 a.m. I only had a banana and chocolate milk, and the banana wasn't really too good. It was a big banana, but it wasn't sweet enough, even though it had like really dark stuff at the end of it. This wasn't really sweet enough, so I was like, I'm gonna not eat the last little bite of it. So yeah, that's how my breakfast stuff occurred today. Some red and blue force. Red versus blue, they're feuding boxes. Those black boxes are. It seems like they'd be a lot more difficult to break and would be ones that you can carry, but nope, it's ones that you can just break through. And it seems that Eggman's got a giant Pokeball there or something. I'll assume that's what it is, or maybe it's a prototype new Death Egg or something. I don't know. We got that first item way back in the second one. The second one is right there by that conveyor belt when you drop down. You can scope out the rest of the level. There's some red force up there, and we do kind of see an item off in the distance. You don't need to set a crate on the green switch, because green switches are the ones that stay that way. Because I've been practicing the rest of the Gaia gates that will be occurring. It almost looks like a goat head to the right, the way that giant hook was. But no, it was just a giant hook. But yeah, that other metal crate was just there for you to grab that red force, and let's get ready to move along and ready to rumble as well. Ooh, be careful. Kind of small corners and quarters that we work in. I'm going to toss you, and then I'm going to go into this mode and take out the Electric Master because they are annoying. Or Lightning Master as they are. He wasn't even really electrified and he still hurt me up. He's like trying to use Electro Ball on me like Pikachu. Do Pokemon in the later on anime forget moves to where they get only to 4 moves? Because it kind of stinks that Pikachu doesn't use Volt Tackle anymore, because it's one of his better moves and it was kind of a big deal when you learn it, even though it's kind of a mistakenly learned thing. It's like, use Quick Attack, but suddenly it becomes Volt Tackle. Oh well, I guess that's a little bit strategic in case he goes up against ground types, but Quick Attack only has 40 power, but moves first unless the opponent is faster with a priority move. Alright, I'm really nerding out about Pokemon in this LP, and of course, no Dark Bat was coming close enough to me to where I could grab onto it. Oh well, might as well add a few seconds of time. I could go over and get that red force, but I don't think I need to, so if I get an A rank, you'll know why. I don't know why it didn't let me slide up immediately. I do know that I need to pop that down here so I can grab that 50 ring, because it is important that I grab them. Make sure there's no red force that I could be missing out on, or another 50 ring, and another one right here. Another one. Keep thinking that was a way I could grab up there, but no, you just need to swing way through here. I'm pretty sure we're right by the end. Do I see the shimmering of the gold ring? I believe I do, and yes, it is the truth, because I knew it was the gold ring as it is. A Farman recording, 6:30. Probably coming up on 6 minutes right into this. Okay, it's only 5 minutes into the level, so probably more like 5:30 with the editing and death stuff, and stuff that stopped the time in between, and also ending the level right here. Don't need to level anything up here on this acquisition or result screen. We just need to look through these items that we've gotten. All 3 in level 2, illustration 50, 54, and movie 21. On to level 3, Beyond the Factory. It feels so weird drinking water this early in the morning. Well, it's not really too early because I did get up at like 7:30, so kind of getting prepped for school starting up in a couple days. I'm not really in bad spirits about it because it's going to be a good year, I would assume. So level 2 was a little bit of platforming, but level 3 I'd say is probably the most with platforming. I could have went a little bit faster with that. And there is an item above us, so I was just doing that to remember as I could. Some fights right here that aren't required to do. I want to grab this spike to take out these killer bees, although it only hits 1 in the area of effect of the last zone. I don't know why I say area of effect a lot. AoEs, like MMOs and other games like the Dynasty Warrior games like Hyrule Warriors. It's good to have area of effect characters, and that's what I tend to like to do. That's such a weird spike wall right there. Area of effect characters like Midna and Hyrule Warriors, where you do her combo 3, I believe it is, where it's just like ha ha ha, she takes out a lot of enemies in wolf mode. I don't need to do too much stuff, but there is a thing down here with force that I might as well grab and make sure I get that S rank. That's a point right there where I needed to swallow and kind of adjust the mucus, but I don't have to hawk it up. Oh, I almost hit my pop filter there. I think I did see it kind of jiggle a little bit. And bam, yeah, go for the first one and then grab 5 rings. It'd be weird to do a no ring run in this game, it would be almost impossible. Because you're kinda needing to grab them as you go along. This way is not required unless you are trying to secure your S rank or need to get more upgrades, but how would you not be fully upgraded by this point? Even if you're not really the greatest player, you can still replay the levels and get practiced up and collect the bits of red force from the enemies. Yeah, I was a little bit too close for comfort to these very provoking, spiky things in midair along the long poles of stuff. I don't like digging holes for myself, except I'm just going to dig myself into, except I'm going to dig myself right into those things. The spikes are going to dig into me at that. Off in the distance we see item number whatever, I'm pretty sure it's item number 2, there's only like 3 or 4 items here in level 3. Just trying to remember how things work. I did look through my list, so I just made sure, be careful I'm swinging in a safe way, swing up and then grab back around, see if I can go left, but hopefully it didn't screw me over, but there's nothing that could have screwed me over because the thing I was talking about that would screw me over didn't happen. Yeah, I was trying to swing to the left, but it made me swing up because of the positioning of the camera. Let's go into Unleash mode right here. I could get more force by going to its bosses, but most of you guys are right here. Yay! When I finally get to do the thing, it's helpful. Yeah, I'll just see if I can do a big punchy thing if these lightning bats will stop hitting me. There we go, I was trying to do that, but he was kind of out of the way. Takes a second for it to stop as well. I don't need all this force for lightning bats, because it just takes a single swipe to take them down, even if you're at level 1, because they're very basic enemies. Bam, grab the 50 ring, and more Unleash Force right here to get it all added up quite a bit. Of course, it has to be past a certain threshold for you to even be able to go Unleash those, so that's why sometimes when it's not too high, when I do have some, I don't make use of it. Now, what's weird right here, hope I didn't miss any big 50 rings back there. If I did, it shouldn't really be too bad. There's quite a few bosses in here, and you think that this would be the perfect contender of a room for a fight. It's not, actually. Well, yeah, I should definitely grab this force right here. Little bits and pieces, but I don't really need to worry about it. Mostly just boxes. Let's open this door. Okay, and it's actually somewhere else where there would be an item. That metal thing there, keep it in mind because it can be bad if you're a little bit slow. Watch for the falling spikes. watch your head. Could have dashed straight through instead of hesitating a little bit, but yeah. Item number whatever is right there, and yes, we're seeing that metal thing chasing after us. Be funny if it knocked the spike balls out of the way and right into me to hurt me. But yeah, here we are at the end right here. Not even 420 into this thing. Still got an S rank. And we did get well above the amount of rings I needed as well. Sonic, do you have Parkinson's? Or, like, when my dog's shaking, I call it Barkinson's. Even though Sonic isn't fully a dog, because it's a werewolf thing. Anyway, too many technicalities. Illustration 55, Document 8, Illustration 14, Illustration 31. Now to level 4! Best name ever, to a 0 point. This level is an interesting one. If time permits, I might actually do level 5 as well, which is the very final nighttime level at the cold levels, because we are going deeper and deeper, getting closer to where we need to be for the final battle stuff. Yeah, starting off a little bit of an interesting way, as I've already said. I'm gonna get my force right here real quick before we go. Pretty sure it's just some blue force and those boxes to the right, so let's get ready to go. Can't just drop right down because, well, it's kind of an invisible wall. Oh well, we got this metal box right here. I'm just gonna leave you right there and not bother picking you up. Just watch for the fire, although the fire's kind of already going in the direction, but somehow stops in its tracks when the crate goes up against it. Oh well, not gonna argue against physics, and especially because of this platform being made of whatever metal alloys it is. Alright, I would think it would start moving, but no it doesn't, so you just set it down right there, and grab this one, and just keep it held up in the air. Keep your hands up in the air like you care about the fire that will flare you up. There we go, that's all we need for right here. Oh, you see a thing where we can climb up off in the distance. There's an item over there, and there's also an item right there. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah, look into all this stuff. Grab this row of rings. I want all these warehouses to know that a real Sonic just hit the phone. I don't even know what the lyrics for that song are like, and I don't really want to say them out loud anyway, because I'm trying to keep it PG-13, even though it's pretty much borderline PG-13 to say that stuff. Oh well. Oh, there's just some things I don't really want to say. I want to hit that thing before he goes electrified, but all these red deep nightmares are getting in my way. Not really at a point where I could do a unleashed thing. See, I gotta get better about my articles. I'm not even hitting you. Why am I not hitting these things? There we go. Plan you like that. Then dash into you, keep you disappointed. Now let's try a beatdown. Even though he was jumping right onto me, I'd still hit him, and things got into good positioning anyway. I am saving my unleashed force because there is going to be another elevator part, I think. And is there an item on the elevator? I'm trying to remember, because there's a item at one point, and item at one point where you have to jump over to the elevator. Oh man, that was a stutter if I ever had one, but you're probably not going to hear it, depending on how I edit it through. If it's too annoying, I might not do it anyway. Oh, we're already 2 minutes in this thing. Could be going a little faster, but oh well. Bam! This level's pretty fun with all the elevator places going everywhere. Floating elevator shafts, even though this one could be kind of on a track. Go over to the right slightly. It's kind of reminding me of Shadow the Hedgehog, where you go into the Doom level, Ultimate Doom. I don't even remember what it's called, one where you have to save all the gun soldiers if you're going for a hero mode run. But if you're going for evil darkness, you have to kill them all. And you're going with Maria, who has the NIDS, I believe it's called, like immunodeficiency syndrome or whatever. Let's wait for the next platform to go over. Come on this way. And I see that item up there, just keep it in my mind. We are at a point where we need to collect keys and we don't have any of them yet, but don't worry about it. We will be getting them in due time. They're all right by each other. It's just here to kind of make you panic. Watch out for these spike balls and hop up for the item. Let's hurry and jump off because it's taking a while to come this way. Get there, pause there for a second, and come right back. Build up my stuff. Are there even any more fights, really? Oh yeah, there's the elevator part that I've mentioned. Let's not go too hastily here. And this is one of the more interesting items in the game. It's not really too hidden because you can kind of see these rings going into that way. You just might not really think at first to go that way. The controls are being weird. I have to hold up even though it's very clearly right that we have to go. Or maybe Sonic is technically going up. I mean, it's to his right that's going. So many technicalities. That's the thing about this episode. 17 minutes in, but probably cutting out 2 minutes or so. I just don't really want this episode to be like above, say, 22 minutes. And I'm also trying to figure out how to end this LP at like 28 videos. I was thinking about 30. I already talked about it last time, but yeah. We do have to get some items in the guide gate, so I have to make sure that the episodes don't take too long or too short, because there's definitely going to be a lot of editing with all those. Don't worry about enemies appearing right here, because it's just getting you healed up for the upcoming elevator thing that we see over that way. So we already have 2 of our keys, and our third one is by this dark bat. Okay, gonna wait for you to swing around. I'm not going to edit that out. I'm just going to mention it as it goes along because it's taking time for this dark bat to get into position to make me go this way. Let's point do up. See, for whatever reason, like the first time I press up, even if I am pressing up, it doesn't let me do the stuff. I'm not going to hitch a ride back because I am a jumping monster. There we go, all these keys are there, and we can move along. Is there an item? Because it does switch around a weird way. Okay, I guess it doesn't. Must be all the items that I've gotten anyway. So yeah, hopefully it's not. I mean, there would have been an Unleashed Force capsule too, I believe. So, no real worries there. Maybe it's in a different type of mission where we're going down the thing. But the thing about this elevator, we have to be careful not to fall off the edges because it's not as big as the other one. I want to take out the Dark Bat first, or Electric Bat, I'm going to call you by your official name. Thunder Bat as you are called. See, you stopped being freeze easy, although you're staticky, when I called you the correct name. Little Rexes, I despise thee all. You're being this way, so I'm going to pee on you with my hands. That'd be weird if Sonic peed out of his hands, kind of like how the aliens and Signs did. Do people even think that is a good movie? I think people do. It's an interesting take on the alien aspects of life. Illuminati. There I go with the article thing again. N, then you follow it with a vowel, or A, then you follow it with a consonant. See, I'm remembering 3rd grade material. Too bad I used up my Unleashed Force because we do have a big mother. Let's see if I can just do an Earthshaker. There we go. Get her down to about half health. Just focus on taking this thing down. I almost said. I was like trying to roll through the thing. It's better to dodge roll and take a little bit of damage than to not do any dodging whatsoever and get blasted out of the way. Knockback is not as good as... No, not back, obviously. And the music is still kind of playing, but we are done with this level. Please don't... Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Of course, you had to wait for the platform to get all the way down there. Wait a second. Go Unleash mode. Bam, 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 bam. There we go. Take you out with one fell swoop. Very strategic. I had to edit all this stuff out. I probably could still be editing right here, but I'm just going to be talking and explaining all the stuff. I did check through my item list to make sure all of them are in my inventory, and I do have all 4 of them. The one I was kind of forgetting was the one where we had to go through the wall kind of deal up that yellow thing, but yeah. Right through here is the end of the mission, and I like how you see the start of the next mission. Just as a quick checkpoint to end these missions off. And I'm pretty sure in the PS3 360 versions, Eggmanland is even worse than it is here, because you have to like change in between everything. But yeah, here we go. All S ranks up to this point. And next one is level 5, Dark Gaia Cauldron, the final nighttime normal act. Illustration 74-29, soundtrack 1, and illustration 69. Come on, go through all the illustrations and then the soundtrack, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. The finale is coming before we know it. Until next time, don't toast yourself.